Alright guys, good morning. My audio's messing up today. Alright, so, as you can tell from the title, Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice is out. I honestly didn't even realize it until I saw a post this morning. When I got up, and I was like, holy shit, it's out. I didn't know it was coming out this soon. I looked at it a while back, thinking amazing how awesome it looked. And to give you a little idea about it, pretty much you're a Celtic warrior, and who suffers from mental illnesses. All types, from what I could tell. Not all types, but many. And it's her experience trying to... something about her lover, who has died, and hell, and just how she perceives the world with these, illnesses, which is awesome. They're trying to promote, awareness into these issues, which is amazing. I love to see that when people do things like that. And, yeah. So, it pretty much is AAA quality and graphics, story, and all stuff like that. People are getting good reviews. I haven't read a review, but the scores are giving them this good. Look at that graphic right there. You can tell the quality of the textures and everything. Hopefully it's as good as that. Anyways, kitty, you're gonna scratch my side panel, honey. Come on, honey, get away. Anyways, yeah. So they changed it different. It's AAA quality in every way, but the game is cheap. Okay, it's not AAA price. I don't think it's going to be AAA length either. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a pretty short game. But, so they're trying something different than they normally do. Most developers go for AAA. If they're going to do AAA, they do AAA quality and everything, and it's everything, right? It's a $60 game or more. No, not this game. So they're trying for cheaper. Hopefully more people buy it, and they can make up that amount. So I really do hope it succeeds. In the options here, everything is on very highs as far as it goes. Full screen 1080. I have VSync off. I put combat on hard. I don't know how hard it's going to be, but we'll see. And yeah, let's check it out, guys. I don't know how much talking will be through this, but it's be more an experience type thing. So let's check it out.
Hello. Who are you? Doesn't matter. Welcome. You're safe with me. I'll be right here, nice and close so I can speak without alerting the others. Let me tell you about Senua. Now, her story has already come to an end, but now it begins anew.
Yeah, with my audio's messing up.
What's happening?
I think it's the
It's
mic.
breathing. The head. It's breathing.
It's breathing.
Why? He knows she's getting closer.
He can feel her coming closer. She's getting closer.
They're watching. The head.
They're watching. They're watching. They're watching. This is a journey deep into darkness.
They're watching. They know you're here.
There will be no more stories after this one.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this?
They're watching.
Why doesn't she
Turn
turn
back.
She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him.
He's already dead.
Feel you coming.
Quiet. Oh, how rude of me. I never told you of the others. You hear them too, right? They've been around ever since the tragedy. That's not quite true. Some are old, some are new, but they've changed. I think the darkness changed them, just like it changed her.
Can you see them? Over there.
Why isn't she looking?
Why aren't you looking?
He's in hell high. Look. Up ahead.
Hell high.
You see it too?
You promised you could.
Yes. It is real after all. She's finally arrived in the land of mist and fog. The place the Northmen call hell.
Turn back. Go back. Go back. It's not safe. Turn back.
Go back, go back, go
It's
back.
not safe.
It's them. They're here.
Just
Ooh, the graphics.
Look around and you will see them. The drowned, the sick, the slain. Here they lie, rotting in the fields and rivers of hell. But the dead don't always lie still here. This is not a place of rest.
can't do this. Go back. Go back.
They're going to do that to you. Can you see them? Can you see them? They're going to do that to you.
Getting about 100 frames a second if you guys are curious.
They're watching.
Stop.
Can you feel them watching? They're watching her. They're watching her.
You're so close to the darkness. Go back.
Can you feel it?
What is she thinking? I can tell you. She's afraid. Wouldn't you be? You'd think she would get used to it by now after so many years. But the darkness, it just builds onto itself, growing stronger, towering over her. You might try and ignore it. Turn away. But it's always there, just out of sight, where you're most vulnerable. It's like it knows that just enough light is all you need to see its suffocating power.
Melina Jorgens. Yeah, a lot of action facial capture, and mocap types
You
of
might
things.
think
Sure.
she's brave to go on this journey on her own, but it isn't bravery that drives her. Bravery only means something to those afraid of death. Senua's fear runs far, far deeper.
So obviously doing his best to stay quiet.
What is she looking at? What is she leaving behind? I know what she's thinking. I hear her thoughts. It's not too late to get into the boat and go back. No one will judge her. No one will ever know. Oh, she heard us. There's no going back.
You can't do it.
Senua pushes away a world that conspired to cause so much suffering. There's nothing to go back to, and worse to look forward to. Why don't you join us? Maybe you too have a part to play in this story.
Oh, motion blur. I didn't see that in there. No, it's not. View distance, view effects. Huh. I wish there was a way to turn that off. Damn, look at that. Wow. Graphics on these things are beautiful. It's not super sharp though, which I usually like. The blurriness to it. I do know, I read a little bit in Game Informer. Down the back of her that's hanging there, I believe is the head of her lover. I believe. I could be wrong, but I believe that's true. Celtic sword. Can't attack or anything like that yet. There's gonna be invisible walls. Yeah.
Use your eyes.
Use your eyes. Come closer.
She can't focus.
Why can't she focus? Take a closer look, Senua.
Do not forget my stories, Senua. Because your darkness comes from hell, and your fate lies there. They say the burning of a corpse will take you straight to Hela's gate, but gods and the living will follow this path. You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the eastern sea and find a road that leads north and down through deep, dark valleys. After 9 nights of riding, you will follow a great river and will find a bridge covered in gold. The path to Helheim goes from there, across the river of knives that flows from the dark world of Niflheim.
Alright, so that's where we're trying to go, is Niflheim. I love how even when I back up, I don't turn around. It's like I'm holding left, I'm holding right. Keeps your focus on that. Couple stutters, even though I'm getting 100 frames a second. The way it accelerates in the beginning is just when you start to run, it's a little weird. It's like it accelerates like without her actually with the momentum yet. Like she hasn't gotten the momentum. Look at that. See that effect? It's around her. She has like an aura around her. It's only viewable in the water. Damn. Up their ass. Ooh. Who would do that? I I really love having ultra wide monitor for this. It's gonna be more of not so much an exploration now, I'm trying to see more immersion experience, but
Darkness is coming. Yearns for life. Hungers for it. Like a pack of wolves on a hunt. But she's not stopping. Not this time.
Can you see it?
The land of mist and fog.
He's in there.
The old fool was right.
Is he?
What was it he said? The river of knives across which lies the halls of hell. The place they call Helheim.
He's lost. He's lost.
Where are you?
oh shit.
I hear you.
He's there, you know.
There's no doubt about
He's
it.
lost.
The source of the darkness is in Helheim, and the goddess Hela holds his soul there. Her dear beloved, Dillian.
Her shadow's really soft. Also has binaural 3D sound as well. Not sure if you'll be able to hear that.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this?
Why doesn't she turn back?
She's doing this for him.
He's already dead.
There's footprints.
His soul still lives. She needs to save his soul.
She wants his soul to be at
Could have done better sounds on the waves, though.
He's already dead.
She can save him.
There's nothing she can do.
Looks bad, though. Man, something about this almost gives me a headache. Guys, give me a second. Let me turn off the lights. This is definitely one of those games. 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. Housemate needed to talk to me. Alright. Lights are off. See, this coffee's cooled down enough. Probably not the best game to start with a headache. Not a slight headache. Well, not quite even slight, but yeah, a good headache. Hopefully it doesn't get worse with this.
The bridge to Helheim. I forget its name.
You actually
She
turn
forgets too.
VSync on. Might help with the... Because it sees dips, like about 112, 110 usually. And it'll drop down to 70 sometimes. It's still above 60, which is nice, but the instant drop you can tell. So let's see what it's like with it on. I usually don't like VSync, but... Sometimes...
But she does remember that
helps.
only the dead may
I'm
cross
sure
it.
that has helped, yeah.
That part wasn't
A
so
little
easy
bit.
to forget. The old fool said there was a hidden path up to it. Let's see, shall we?
Yeah, the sound of the waves comes on too fast. You need to make it more in the background since it's not that far away. Nice swim. It stops. Interesting water splash physics, so look at that. Interesting. Yeah, see, then you hear the waves. Don't hear them at all. Now they're there. It's not gonna touch this mark. Now they're gone. Oh no, this way. Push it back a little bit. Anything over here? There's no jump. You push up, and then it brings you back down, usually. See? Up, and brings you back down. Not like that. It's only when I am moving, though.
The Northmen speak of 9 worlds. The world of men they call Midgard. Sky gods dwell in Asgard. The gods of earth, harvest, wind, and sea dwell in Vanaheim. The good elves dwell in Alfheim. The evil ones dwell in Svartalfheim. The mountain giants dwell in Jotunheim. The Northmen speak of 9 worlds.
Okay, so let go.
The world of men
Oh.
they call Midgard.
Okay.
Sky gods dwell in Asgard. The gods of earth, harvest, wind, and sea dwell in Vanaheim. The good elves dwell in Alfheim. The evil ones dwell in Svartalfheim. The mountain giants dwell in Jotunheim. The fire giants dwell in Muspelheim. Niflheim is the world of ice and darkness. Only the dead dwell in Helheim. And that is where you must travel.
That's really cool. I didn't know about a couple of those, actually. I knew about most of them, but I think 2 or 3.
The Northmen speak of 9 worlds. The world of men they call Midgard. Sky
Heard of
gods
it.
dwell in Asgard.
Asgard, yeah, I knew that.
The gods of earth, harvest, wind, and sea dwell in Vanaheim. The good
Sure,
elves
heard of
dwell
it.
in Alfheim.
Heard of
The
it.
evil ones dwell in Svartalfheim.
Heard of Spartan.
The mountain giants dwell in Jotunheim.
Jotunheim, yes.
The fire giants dwell in Muspelheim.
Never heard of that one.
Niflheim is the world of
Heard of
ice
Niflheim.
and darkness. Only the dead dwell in Helheim. And that is where you must travel.
Yeah, so 2 or 3. 2 I've never heard of. 3 I think I might have, I'm not sure.
That's the way.
Alright. Maybe not go so slow. That motion blur, man, it's killing my eyes. I gotta figure out a way to turn that off. Senua is what? Damn it. Oh, here, okay, cool. Someone posted something 18 hours ago. Hell yeah. Okay, we're gonna do this, guys. I'm gonna turn off the game. Sorry, guys. Give me a moment. I'll still be here, but I gotta do this. Because that motion blur it's giving me a headache. I don't like motion blur at all. Alright, so app data. Alright, I'm here. Local. You know what? Let's just see if you guys get. I don't need that. I just need a. It's not in English. It's a problem. This video. Local. Hellblade should be there. Saved. Config. Which file? Game.ini? Let's see what they say. Engine. Okay. Alright, we're gonna edit. Nothing in it. You really don't have anything in these? You can't tell me they're all empty. They are. Oh, user settings. There we go. Okay, subtitles enabled, photo mode, key bindings, full screen mode. Desired screen width. Why is that at 720? I'll fix that just in case. Unless these aren't being worked. Unless this isn't being used. Ow, kitty! Alright. Leave it there. So, they said engine, right? That's the one they said? Engine.ini, okay. Alright, so post process quality at 3. That's alright. Our motion blur quality, I know that, but the post process quality at number 3, that doesn't sound right. But what it says works, so let's try it out. See if there's anything else. Okay. Make it read only so you can't change it. Alright, well, let's see if that works. Save that. Hope it does. Reloading the game. It's also the FOV fix as well. There's another guy I did, but his is... oh, it's the same guy. Did he just repost the same guy's shit? Yeah, I didn't think that was the right one to add it to, but we'll see. People are saying add it to scalability. Yep, nope, still there. I didn't think that sounded right. It's not usually. But that's what I'm glad I kept the folder open though. For that reason. Alright, let's see if that works. Simply Gone Studios. It's weird. Psychosis. I'll get rid of that because that gives me a headache. Motion blur. I did put this on a solid state drive too. Ah, it's gone. Yep, that's gone. Hopefully. One second. It's funny. It was a different video, but it was in Spanish, from a different guy, and then all of a sudden I log in to let him know. One more second, guys. There's another on overclock3d.net. Just love this website. Oh, it's not up yet. Alright. Well, at least that's gone. Much better than it was.
The Northmen speak of 9 worlds. The world of men they call Midgard. Sky gods dwell in Asgard. The gods of earth, harvest, wind, and sea dwell in Vanaheim. The good elves dwell in Alfheim. The evil ones dwell in Svartalfheim. The mountain giants dwell in Jotunheim. The fire giants dwell in Muspelheim. Niflheim is the world of ice and darkness. Only the dead dwell in Helheim, and that is where you must travel.
Alright, let's go to hell. Yeah, that's better. Something's still there. It's not completely gone. I think that's the reason. It's not completely right, but it's better than it was before.
That's the way. Are you scared?
You should be scared. Quickly, go, quick.
Just
Ooh,
drop
carving.
What's down there?
So brave. Why did she do that?
Who's talking, huh?
She can't go back now.
Calling her
No,
head.
this is it. The hidden path.
Hidden versions of her.
I can see one.
Hold it in your mind's eye. Find one like it to open the gate.
Should have let go of the.
Don't kill me. I'm not one of them. Don't listen. I was just hiding. I find I live longer that way. Don't listen. I'll never let the bastards catch me again. Never! Wait. Who are you? It's just a memory.
Drew? Is that you?
For my tales of the Northmen, they call me Druth. A liar.
He's
An old fool. Druth is my truth.
It's good to see you again. You kept your vow.
To guide you in this life and the next. I will tell you my stories of hell, if I may walk with you.
Tell me your stories again, old friend. I'm listening.
The runes seal the gates to hell. Focus your inner eye, and you too will see what's hidden in plain sight.
You have to take a closer look to see. Why isn't she focusing? She needs to focus now.
She needs to use her eyes.
It's just like you'll never find her.
How do I get it to work? Sounds like mirror versions of it above and below.
He's not right. Do you know where you are? Where are we?
Turn around.
He's not right.
Look towards the gate, and the gate will open.
The gate is open. Go through the gate.
Go through it.
It's dangerous.
Follow it.
What's behind it? It worked.
I spent 6 years enslaved in hell, but I watched the Northmen, learnt their ways.
I know you did.
You listened when everyone else laughed. My people paid a heavy price. Carry my stories with you, and together we will make the Northmen feel our fury.
Another voice joins us. She once tried to make them go away. Pretend they weren't real. But what good is that? When we are always here.
Freaking dangerous as hell. That water would be powerful.
I guess it's the same with heights. You can stand on the edge, pretend it's going to be okay. But you know that death is near, waiting for you to make that little slip.
Did I? Was that me? I wasn't holding my mouse. Maybe I had to use my mouse too. Okay. So. Oh, it's a keyboard, like I thought.
You can't fall. If you fall, you will die.
you have to be really careful with this. Nice. For once, you actually got to balance
The world of the
bar.
dead is ruled by the giantess, Hela, daughter of Loki. The gods feared her bloodline, bad on her mother's side and yet much worse on her father's. So, as a child, the All-Father cast her down into Helheim and gave her power over those who die of sickness, age, hardship, and self-slaughter. In all of the 9 worlds, only Hela can resurrect the dead. To Hela, your Dillion was sacrificed, and with her you must bargain.
We gotta go. Good animations though.
Stay back. Look at it. You have to open it.
The gate to Helheim divides the living from the dead. Is that the face of Hela herself? The half-rotten goddess that rules over Helheim. Whatever horrors lie behind that door, she must find him. Shh. Someone's here.
You can get into some combat finally.
You took him from me. I beg you, let him go. I'll give you what you want. I won't resist anymore. Just give him back.
They can see you're weak. Don't let them surround you. Behind you.
There was no way not to do it.
A vision of what's to come. Poor Senua. The darkness does not bargain. It does not reason. It is rot. And now it has taken hold. It will spread towards her head, the seat of the soul, until there is nothing left of her. All of her suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time.
So I failed there?
The hardest battles are fought in the mind. That is what Dillian taught her. With every defeat, the dark rot will grow and soon it will take her soul. But for now, at least, she still has control of her mind. And she will fulfill her vow, whatever the cost.
He's not right.
Listen to me, Senua. The goddess Hela lies behind the gate to Helheim. To open the gate, you must first face the gods that guard it. The god of fire, Surt, and the god of illusion, Valravan. Spill their blood to open the gate to Helheim and enter the land of the dead.
To Dillian.
It won't open.
The Northmen say that in the beginning there was nothing but darkness. Bitter cold to the north, fiery hot to the south. They say the cold formed ice, which melted from the sparks from the south. The power of the darkness gave life to the dripping ice, and the first giant was born, and was named Ymir. The ice continued to drip, and the power of the void gave life to it, and it became a cow, whose milk fed the giant. That's right, a cow, but you weren't expecting that.
A what? A card? Or a cow?
Surt, the fire giant, has answered. He comes from a land older than mankind, and the Northmen call upon his flaming sword to raze their enemies to the ground. Find him, Senua, and spill his blood.
Just curious. Can I do both at the same time?
She found the
Valravan,
wretched old fool on her way back
ancestor
from
of
the
the
wilds.
seers and master of
Now
ravens.
cast.
He hunts his
badly
prey
burned all
with his
over.
powers of illusion and feasts on their
She took pity on
remains.
him, for he was not long for this world. Like her, who spoke of his own
Follow
darkness.
the path to Valravan
The
and
Northland.
defeat him in battle to earn his mark. The gate to Helheim cannot be opened without it.
It's interesting I can do that. This is where I came from, huh? Just curious. I came through, but I didn't actually get to see it. Okay. Can you jump up? Oh, there's no jumping. Alright. What are those dots for?
Senua. We each walk these lands, gazing towards different horizons, some of us further than others. Your father cannot see what you see, but there is nothing wrong with seeing the world the way you do. Senua. We each walk these lands, gazing towards different horizons, some of us further than others. Your father cannot see what you see, but there is nothing wrong with seeing the world the way you do.
She does move, doesn't she? Yeah, unless she's looking the other way. Yeah, she does. Oh, besides that, she does. Here it comes.
You're going towards you. You simplify us. Giant. So keep going.
These are all the ones that have died trying.
Focus.
Oh, I have to go down to the door first.
Human flesh. And I still hear their cries carried in the wind. Do you hear them too, Senua?
Yes, I heard their screams, and I still hear them now.
The path to Hellham is sealed to the living, but you already walk amongst the dead. Look towards the gate, and you will see that it has opened. When they first came to my lands, I knew enough of their tongue to beg for mercy, and they took me as a slave. I wish now that they had slaughtered me like the others. I rode their storm of fire, death, and slavery to many lands. This darkness you speak of, I know it well.
And I'm still here to fight it.
Finish this! Defend yourself! Nobody Too slow. Too slow. Behind you!
Can't see! What the?
He's too fast.
Can't get out. Is there a way I can not focus? Close. Good thing I put it on hard. It would have been a challenge.
When you see a fire gate of Surt, know that only a sacrifice will stoke the fires of Muspel and let the dead walk through. Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt. Hell will not give you the answers you want. But you mustn't look away from the horrors it does offer. Because you cannot overcome suffering if you refuse to look at it.
What's happening? Where's the fire gone? Where's it gone? The fire's disappeared. It was everywhere. The fire. Surt is through there.
He's waiting for her.
You can't get through.
How will she get through?
She'll need to find another way.
Truth, Surt. Find your own path.
There's always another way.
There's always a way.
Find your own way.
You just have to find it.
Surt is waiting for you. It was never going to be that easy.
He's waiting.
Surt is waiting for you.
Find him.
The fire.
The Northmen tell this story. Before the earth was created, there was a world called Muspel. Because it was in the south, it was bright and hot, flaming, burning. Sparks that flew out from Muspel became the stars. Other sparks melted ice in the frozen world of Niflheim, creating the body of the first giant, Ymir. Muspel is one of the 9 worlds, and is now the land of the fire giants. And people from elsewhere cannot endure a journey there.
Alright. Listen to that one more time.
The Northmen tell this story. Before the earth was created, there was a world called Muspel.
Muspel?
Because it was in the south, it was bright and hot, flaming, burning. Sparks that flew out from Muspel became the stars. Other sparks melted ice in the frozen world of
Damn
Niflheim,
it.
creating the body of the first giant, Ymir. Muspel is one of the 9 worlds, and is now the land of the fire giants. And people from elsewhere cannot endure a journey there. The Northmen tell this story. Before the earth was created, there was a world called Muspel. Because it was in the south, it was bright and hot, flaming, burning. Sparks that flew out from Muspel became the stars. Other sparks melted ice in the frozen world of Niflheim, creating the body of the first giant, Ymir. Muspel is one of the 9 worlds, and is now the land of the fire giants. And
Fire
people
giants.
from elsewhere cannot endure a journey there.
I thought there's only ice giants. But there's fire giants? I guess that would make sense considering they were made of fire and ice. Fire made the ice giants. Maybe the ice made the fire giants. But I don't know if ice is required to make fire giants. Maybe the water? Just to give them being? I don't know. They'd be both made of water. How could that be though? That would just make... But again, how does fire make an ice giant without melting it? Here guys, I'm rolling a cigarette real quick. There we go. Alright. I'm gonna grab some more coffee, guys. Be back here in just a few minutes. Make it real short. Where you get that coffee. Right back. Alright, sorry about the wait, guys. A slow morning. It's slow to wake up, that's for sure. Alright. I think we're gonna fix the field of vision view though. Yeah, we're gonna fix the field of vision issue. Here it is. Alright, we're going to skip out of here just real quick. And then... let's see, where is it? Go. An engine, they say. Engine I, even though it may not work in here, but we'll do it. Edit. So it's actually quite long. So it is /script /engine .local player. In brackets, next line, aspect ratio axis, constraint equals aspect ratio underscore maintain y FOV. That's it. You want to put a number? You get to put a number. Alright, aspect ratio constraint equals aspect ratio underscore maintain y equals v script engine local player. Let's put it back to read only. Let's see if that worked. Ninja Theory. Yeah, for those that don't know, they did the Devil May Cry one, which I loved that game. That was an amazing game. The MC Devil May Cry, the remake one. I know a lot of people hated the character, but they had, you could literally go into the options and choose to use the old Dante. So I don't see what the issue was, but a lot of people hated the new Dante they made up. I think we're a little bit further away. It's kind of hard to tell, isn't it? Hello, sweet kitten. This boy. Oh yeah, guys, I need a name for him, and for the little girl too. But you guys gotta help me with that. Right. You can chill here, buddy? Just lay on my lap. Alright. Okay, we're just now going up. Okay.
The fire. Cert is through there.
He's waiting for her.
You can't get through.
How will she get through?
She'll need to find another way.
Truth said, find your own path.
There's always another way.
There's always a way.
Find your own way.
You just have to find it.
He's waiting for you. It was never going to be that easy.
He's waiting. Cert
Is waiting
She
for
can't
you.
get through that. Find him.
The
Cert.
fire.
The Northmen tell this story. Before the earth was created, there was a world called Muspel. Because it was in the south, it was bright and hot, flaming, burning. Sparks that flew out from Muspel became the stars. Other sparks melted ice in the frozen world of Niflheim, creating the body of the first giant, Ymir. Muspel is one of the 9 worlds, and is now the land of the fire giants. And people from elsewhere cannot endure a journey there.
Alright. So how are we going to be able to do it? Whatever happened to that big long bridge? We're going to get to that later.
Another gate. Another gate.
She needs to find it.
Another fire sacrifice.
Another fire
Another
sacrifice.
sacrifice.
Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
There we go.
It's too far.
She'll never find it. She'll never make her way back.
She needs to remember the way back.
What happens when she finds it?
Everything will burn.
Concentrate on where you're going. She needs to remember the path.
Everything will burn, then how will she find the way back?
She won't. She won't be able to tell.
The Northmen say that the defender of Muspel is called Surt, the foremost of the fire giants. His name means the Black One, because he is like something burnt. The Northmen believe that he sits at the border of Muspel with his flaming sword, and at the end of the world he will leave his post. He will travel to Asgard and Midgard, waging war against all the gods. He will be victorious, and then burn the whole world with fire.
I guess that would suit him, being Oathfire. How do I get up? Oh, there we go. Why didn't you pay attention?
The Northmen made fire sacrifices, burning slaves like me to reveal the path to Surt. I searched for meaning in their suffering, in their eyes, but they just screamed like helpless pigs.
Okay, let's try to get up there. Yep, I know where we are. Really good animation. Even doing that, still covering her mouth. Sub animation, but still covering her mouth and putting down. That's really good. Most of still use the same animation.
Do your gods answer your prayers, Senua? I asked the gods for mercy, all of them, even theirs. None answered. In the end, I set myself free. Defy the gods, Senua! Find your own path, like I find mine!
My gods abandoned me! I am alone.
the path to Surt.
How many sacrifices we have to do? 3? We've done those 2. Steel.
The Northmen of Hell worship the Devourers, insatiable gods of darkness. I come from Erin, Senua, where I once followed my own gods, the Tuatha De Danann.
Why did you abandon your gods?
Senua, I was a man of knowledge, not a warrior. To survive, I did things. Bad things. Like you, Senua. The man I once was has died. And when that happens, even gods you worship can die with you.
Let's go upstairs.
The Northmen believe that the world will be destroyed someday. They call it Ragnarok, the destiny of the gods. Asgard will be attacked by Surt and the fire giants. A monstrous wolf will swallow the sun, and the gods will fight in vain against their enemies. There is nothing they can do to prevent it, but Odin ever seeks knowledge and magic, hoping to find a way to postpone that dark day. The Northmen believe that the world will be destroyed someday. They call it Ragnarok, the destiny of the gods. Asgard will be attacked by Surt and the fire giants. A monstrous wolf will swallow the sun, and the gods will fight in vain against their enemies. There is nothing they can do to prevent it, but Odin ever seeks knowledge and magic, hoping to find a way to postpone that dark day.
Can't find it. I thought it would be here, right there, with that angle. But it's not. sound keeps going on, damn it. Break? Oh, yeah. That's why sound's going out. Guys, gotta give me a minute. I gotta fix this. Damn it. Sorry, kitty. I think that got it. Hope. Little kitty, you can't chew on my wires. That's a habit I don't want you to have. There? Okay, nope. Can't chew on the wires, honey. Nope. Come on, let go. Alright. What do you guys think? You guys see it anywhere? Maybe on the ground? When you go into certain areas, it goes only into one or two of them. Maybe that's what I need to do. Ow. Ow, kitty. Maybe it's a part of that. Oh. Got it. That one. And you should be part of it. Oh, come on. You make the same symbol. No. With that same tree. God dang it, audio. Alright, one second guys, I gotta grab this picture, it's obviously not right. No, still not right. Hopefully that stays. Alright, so look, like this. But it's like it goes to R's over here, so that means it's over here somewhere, alright? Yes, here they come. Kitty can't be on my laptop. With that. ground. I've got to be up high to get it. There you go. I've got to be up there to see that R in that way. Hopefully that's what it is, that flyer. Because it does have a similar shape. Got it. Tricky. There we go. Finally.
You did this! This is your head!
I dodged that, but I don't know why. Come on. Yeah.
Get up quick! It's not over. It's nearly over.
It's not dodging when I kill her.
She won't make it. Too slow. Stop them. You finished.
It got close. Yeah, you hear him scream when you hit him. Watch. Oh, his Loney did.
You see,
Died on that.
has collapsed. Good. Let it collapse, and have the courage to shed your tears. Raise your world to the prime!
My world is dead.
Only then, as with a newborn, will you see the world anew.
No. I see nothing now.
Those good animations.
Northmen say that at Ragnarok, the sons of Muspel will travel to battle a ship called Naglfar, the corpse ship. And when the sons of Muspel leave the ship and ride to battle, it will be as though the sky had split open, and Surt will lead them. Wherever he goes, flame will erupt before him, and fires will burn behind him. The Northmen say that at Ragnarok, the sons of Muspel will travel to battle in the ship called Naglfar, the corpse ship. And when the sons of Muspel leave the ship and ride to battle, it will be as though the sky had split open, and Surt will lead them. Wherever he goes, flame will erupt before him, and fires will burn behind him.
Alright, let's see this side first. You know what? Screw it, let's check it. The ground's like pulsing. I knew I wouldn't be able to go. I had to do something first.
Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
Three of this time.
Tell me true. How did you escape your darkness?
Senua, once I found my purpose, I was no longer enslaved to the suffering I had to endure to reach it. Unclouded by fear, I could see it clearly in others. Even my captors feared the fire of Surt. And so, during one raid, I took my chance and ran, knowing that they would not follow. The fool ran into the fire. They left me for dead. Maybe they were right to. But here I am, free.
I'm glad I found you in the wilds. I wouldn't have made it without you.
spot where this is. Bet it's on top of that tower. Actually, I'm wondering, can I open this door from the other way? There we go. Go. Now it goes away, so it's gotta be within where I am. Kitty. Maybe there. Down there. I bet this thing's probably a part of it. There? There we go. Alright.
Senua, if I can survive the fire of Surt and escape my darkness, then so can you.
Run, Senua! Run! Run! Through the fire! Keep running! Go on! Nothing will stop you! Run, Senua! Run! Run!
She's dying!
Roll. Oh, I died? Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. This darkness takes everything. Everyone.
Senua, are you sure you want to do this? We can fight this together, side by side. We always do.
This is my battle. I have to face it alone, away from you.
Where will you go?
I don't know.
For how long?
I don't know.
I believe in you. You know that. Just promise me that you will come back to me. I want you to say it. I want you to say it.
I will come back to you. I promise.
Come on.
Spill the blood of Surt and take his mark, and I will rescue you from the underworld and forever be in your debt.
You destroyed everything, everyone, but not me. Fight now!
Defend yourself.
For every battle won, a greater battle takes its place. And so it goes. Until we fall. And in the end,
We all fall. Even the gods have their time. Yet we still go on. Why?
I made a promise, and I will go to hell to keep it.
I die free, knowing you will carry my stories with you. I have fulfilled my quest.
Yes, you have.
When darkness comes, I vow to guide you in this life and the next to fulfill yours.
Then I will see you in hell.
Be ready to face horror in the eye, as I have, to find your answers. Your quest.
No, honey, here's my microphone. That was his freaking chair, throne. Horrible. These wood textures right there, a little white. A little off. Stand out too much. All those symbols.
Truth was a troubled man, a scholar turned slave. They tortured him, took him with them on their raids, drove him to madness, spreading this new form of darkness to new worlds, to my world. Senua saw a deep connection form between the Northmen and the darkness. If his tales of hell were true, then that was the source of it. She learned everything she could from him, until she too could see what he saw.
It also means she's mad. Remember, people actually go through this kind of crap, guys. Psychosis does stuff like this. I mean, they interviewed tons of psychosis patients. People who, and the doctors, and read over what they've said they experienced. The reality is completely different from ours. Your blessing.
Have you ever died before? Serious question. When the illusion of self is shattered, you simply cease to be. Though it may not seem that way to others, you know when it is true. You can feel it. A stranger in your own body. An imposter. And nothing is the same ever again. Senua has died before. She will do so again. You can be sure of that.
Senua. We each walk these lands gazing towards different horizons, some of us further than others. Your father cannot see what you see, but there is nothing wrong with seeing the world the way you do.
I was hoping she might say something different, but graphics good. Fights look awesome. Door looks different now. You gotta get off my laptop, sweetie.
She's only done one test.
Just one.
She's only passed one test.
What's the other test? Is there another one?
Of course there is.
The gate won't open.
Truth said Valravn.
Valravn.
Dark magic.
Valravn. Truth said Valravn.
No, he didn't. She needs to pass the test. The second test.
She can sense the darkness coming.
She has to challenge Valravn.
1 second, guys. Just curious.
There must be another test.
Game's pretty good so far, guys.
Valravn is magic.
If she wants to open the gate,
He
she'll
can
have
see.
to challenge Valravn.
Valravn, open the gate and challenge
I'm thinking that this may be, since they showed you two, and that first one was so long, that this may very well be the last before we get to the boss. And I know it's a short game, so I kind of want to make it go as long as I can. I'm pretty hungry, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and call it for right now. I'll probably take a nap, get some food, and be back later. I've got a pretty bad headache, to be quite honest with you guys. That's what's giving me, so thanks for hanging out. We'll play some more. It was an awesome game so far. And Katie keeps getting on my keyboard. Knocking up my game. Hopefully he didn't just there it goes, okay. Again, I apologize for that. Anyways guys, appreciate you hanging around. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.